So, good afternoon. We're back again. Today, it is 108 years since Arsenal last had a minus goal difference in December. It's exactly 108 years ago today. Not only that, he broke another record last night. It's the first time since 1986, I was 4, that we have lost 3 times in a row to Everton. That was when Everton were quality as well, by the way. Them and Liverpool battling for titles. But Northside, how you been, bro?
I'm just in the dumps, man. Can't you see? Look around me. Look around me, man.
He's hiding in a bunker. It's done. It's over.
It's done. It's done. I'm gonna jump. Honestly, like I'm done, man. But yeah, I'm good, man. Just here. It's just another day at the office, isn't it? You've seen it coming. I saw it coming. Start of the season. We knew that this was coming. It ain't nothing new. It's just that now online it's the popular thing to say Arteta out. But if we get a result against Southampton, then you'll be everybody's Arteta in again. Because when the results are going good, me, Lee, we're the minority about calling this manager out. So it's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, 100%. Listen, I didn't put my cigarette out. My whole ashtray is on fire. Give me 1 second.
Just like Arsenal, then. It's just literally in front of him.
Oh, my days.
It's capitulation around these sides, man.
It's all going wrong. It's all going wrong.
Hey, but big up. We got to big up everyone in the chat as well, man. Big up everyone there in the comments.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know there's mainly Arsenal fans on here, so it's, you know what, for me and you, Goonie, this is actually a good indicator to see like how are Arsenal fans truly feeling, you know, as a group. Like we don't really get that exposure.
Yeah, exactly. We got it firsthand today.
It's mad. How you been, Eunice?
Yeah, good. You know, we had a loss, a normal one. It happens, right? And then you guys lost yesterday, made us feel a bit better. So, yeah, you know what? Happy days. I'm all right.
Goonie, how are you, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm all right. I've got a lot going on in the personal life. We're about to move out of here very, very soon. So we've been busy with that. And on the football side of things, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm a sore loser. I've got high expectations. And yeah, I'm just in pain right now, my bro.
Yeah, man.
It'll be all right, mate. It'll be all right.
Yeah. Let's start with Chelsea, right? Eunice, the third goal was mad. I can't lie. Your goalkeeper had a bit of a mare the whole game. Yeah. What was he doing for the pen? He kind of had signs of that in the game before as well, where he gifted Man United a couple of chances. Yeah. Like he passed one out. No, it was only one actually. I'm lying. It was Jorginho that gifted the other one. Yeah. But he passed the ball out to Fred and nearly got chipped. Yeah, and I was like, has he got a bit too cocky? Do you think that's what it is, or it's just one of them things? He's just having a real dip in form.
I think it's just a little dip in form. Like when he first came and we first had him in the team, he showed those little glimpses of maybe there's a little mistake in him, but then he hit this immense form where he just turned into like a Super Saiyan goalkeeper where he just doesn't let anything in. And that's been rolling for quite some time now. So a little dip in form. I think it's a little bit of just a confidence issue, like the mistake against West Ham. That's when you're too in your head, to be honest. Like the logical thing, and what we all know is, you know, when in doubt, get it out, you know? And clearly he didn't think of that. He panicked and conceded a penalty. If he was calm and, you know, assured in himself, he probably just would have cleared it like any normal man would. So it's little individual mistakes that have been costing us. We haven't been playing badly. It's not a case of, you know, this is shocking. We don't know how to play. What's going on? It's just injuries piling up, players coming in, balance is a little bit off, and some players are making mistakes. That's all it is.
Yeah, I tend to agree, actually. I think he's a quality goalkeeper, man. And he's took you a lot levels since he signed. Right, he's took you up levels. Your defence, right, is instant improvement as soon as you walk through the door. Yeah, and it's the first time since he's been there that he has actually had any errors in him, really. Like, his savings, like, unreal. I know that's his job, but he is a very good shot stopper. His kicking's quality, and he commands his box. He's really tall. He comes and claims crosses. Normally, he don't tend to punch so often. And, yeah, I was shocked, mate. It was funny because I woke up about 20 minutes from the end of the game. Yeah, because we had played. No, I'm lying. We hadn't played. I stayed on FIFA till 6 a.m. Yeah, that game, man. Yeah, and I don't set an alarm. So I just woke up when I woke up and I was like, oh, shit, I've missed the Chelsea game. And I pull it on. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I hadn't seen any of the goal. And then I see that goal at the end. I was like, wow. Yeah,
That goal was unbelievable.
Yeah, man.
Now, did he mean it? Did he not? No one knows. Like, but great goal. My jaw hit the floor.
Yeah, even if he did mean it, let's say he meant it. Yeah, the audacity.
Yeah,
right. That. Yeah,
yeah.
Like, it's just one of them, isn't it? It's just a freak. Well, it's not a freak result because West Ham are a decent team. Yeah, but I don't think anyone expected Chelsea to lose. And that shows how good Chelsea have been this season and in general under Tuchel. But I just think like it's how you come back from that. Now, who's your next game?
Tomorrow, Zenit in the Champions League.
Yeah, you'll slap them.
Well, I mean, we got 5 men out. We're playing in -13. Zenit have nothing to lose. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be mad.
-13. Sod that, bro. Yeah, I'm cold when it hits like under 20 degrees, let alone -13. Yeah, I did that in Ostersund. It weren't pretty. Goody, what did you make of it, man?
I've had time to really digest. And when you look at it in context as a Chelsea fan, right, just starting with the game on its own, the goals that we gave away, it's just that we gave them away. A lot of the goals that we concede are of our own doing, and we've got to stop doing that. Now, Mendy, obviously, I'm not going to go into the first goal because the second goal, sorry, because Eunice explained that already. But the third goal is a situation where, like, I can't even blame Mendy for that because it was just something that was so out of the blue. And the way Mendy was, his positioning was like he was getting ready to receive a cross, which everybody on their dog thought was going to happen, but it just ended up going near post and it beat him. So with that, I'm not going to be too harsh on him. Now, when we come to the actual bigger picture of things, any team that doesn't have N'Golo Kante, Kovacic, loses one of their best wing backs in Ben Chilwell, they're going to suffer 100%, and we're no different. And we're playing partnerships that don't really have a track record of playing too long together. So, for example, Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho, they're not really paired up too much. And going to a team like West Ham, where we all know they're no mugs, they've done Liverpool, they've done Manchester City. The best chance we're going to have is with a full-strength team. We've got to put that respect on West Ham. So that's why I look at it the way it is. And coming up to this month for December, my concern now is we have to manage our injuries. Our medical team need to be on tip-top condition from now because rotation is going to be key, because this is a period where we can either fall away quickly or we can make up ground again.
100%, mate. 100%. This festive period's mad. Like, we've got 8 games in December. We've already dropped zeros in both. Yeah, but we've still got 6 more games in this month. Like, that's mad. One of them's a cup game and then 5 other league games. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, games coming thick and fast. Like, you know, and you've got to rotate your squad. You've got to manage it properly. And I see somebody put a comment in saying that you've got Jorginho, Kante, and Kovacic all out injured. Is that right? Where is it?
For tomorrow, yeah. So Kovacic is he's fit. Well, he's back in full training, but I know he tested positive, so he's going to have to miss tomorrow. And we've got Jorginho out, Kante out, Chalobah out, Chilwell out. So
that's how have you got all these injuries all of a sudden?
It's not surprising. It's not surprising.
Yeah.
When you look at the type of football that we play, that high intensity pressing week in, week out, and we're using the same faces as well, these little niggles are usually going to happen. And you saw that with Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. Eventually, that was going to happen, and then they were decimated with injuries. See what I mean? So it's normal. That's why depth is very, very important. And Eunice has spoken about it on his videos as well. He's been looking at the squad depth and how strong it actually is, because we are coming into a time where it's crucial.
Is that because he doesn't trust the other players? He doesn't feel like he's got players to rotate, or he just loves to play the best team every week? What do you think? Why does he always overplay the starting players? Like, do you think he just doesn't like rotation?
No, in fact, I think he does like rotation. I think he sees it as necessary. And you do find one of the issues is that we don't actually have a week in, week out starting 11 that never changes. There's always something that's being tinkered to try and manage and to try and avoid this situation we're in right now. Now the injuries have come. It's just a case of you're forced. You're going to have to manage the squad. I think going long term, because of the style of football that we play, as Gunia said, it can be a bit difficult to try and get your best from the get-go. You're going to have to experiment a little bit. So I think when these players do come back, going into January, February, I think he'll start to get a good feel as to maybe who his best 11 is. But with the way that we play, you need to rotate from time to time. You just have to. And to avoid things like this.
Yeah, you can't keep playing with that intensity with the same 11.
Mm-mm.
I know Liverpool do it to a certain degree, but Liverpool have been doing it for 3 years, so they're up to speed. When you've got a manager that's come in, right, and he had a pre-season obviously, but now he's lost a couple of his. I mean, Chilwell, he's more dynamic going forward than Alonso. Yeah, so that's why I feel like I'd like Alonso. I actually think he's a good player, but he's not Chilwell, and Chilwell fits perfectly into that system. Whereas I don't think Alonso does. I feel like, well, he does, but he's not as good. Yeah, and like when you start getting 1-2 big injuries to players that are key to the team, you just start going whoosh, and you've got to get these players back fit. I don't know how long Chilwell's out for, but I think it's quite a long time, isn't it?
It's a long time. Yeah, it's a long time.
Well, we're going to see after the first 6-week period, because what Tuchel said is if he's got the normal balance in his knee and is able to do the rehab on his own without surgery, then he'll be back sooner rather than later. But then if it's a case where he needs surgery, he's definitely gone for the season.
Yeah.
Wow, that's mad. That's actually
so good.
Mad.
We just got to hope he doesn't have surgery.
Yeah,
that's all we're waiting for.
That's crazy. Mate, mad. Actually mad. Northside, what do you make of Chelsea? Because they're still third. Yeah, they've lost 2 games. They're scoring goals, and they have conceded a few goals now, but they're nowhere near as bad as us. Yeah, because we're just ridiculous. We'll come to us in a minute. It's just laughable, man. Yeah, but do you still have them in a title race, or do you think they will fall away?
I think their season depends on how Tuchel gets the most out of Lukaku. Because I think you're definitely going to be in the top 4. I feel like you're good enough to be in the top 4, whether Lukaku bangs or doesn't. But I feel like if you can get him firing and actually get somebody, getting, 15 to 20 goals, I think you can win the league, because you don't concede that much. Yeah, you conceded against West Ham. How long has it been? I think this is the first time under Tuchel that you've even conceded so many goals. So it was bound to happen. Yeah. But I feel like if you get Lukaku firing the way he was for Inter Milan, I feel like you can win the league, because you got a good midfield. You press as a team. You're good at converting. You're good at counter-attacking. You're good at nullifying opposition. You got a solid defense, and you got a world-class keeper. The only thing you don't do is you don't have at the moment is a striker that's in form, banging week in, week out. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the only thing that you miss, and I feel like he can get it out of him. And if not, maybe we could see Kai Havertz. Maybe he will score more. Who knows? I think he plays well in the 9, but the jury's still out on him if he can carry you guys to win the league. But I think if you get Lukaku firing, I think you can win the league.
Do you think though, lads? Yeah, that the way Chelsea play, and you watch them more than we do you think that Lukaku suits you? Because I've seen a lot of your fans arguing with each other over it, right? And it's like, I'm kind of in the camp that most of your goals come from defenders, right? At the moment. Yeah, but that's because of the way you play at the moment. So is he going to tinker with the team a little bit to accommodate Lukaku, or is it just going to carry on being wing-backs scoring goals?
All right, so here's the thing. With Lukaku, we have to remember the guy hasn't played 90 minutes in over a month. He's lacking match fitness, first of all. And the blatant indication that I saw of that in the West Ham game was where I think it was Jorginho or someone played the ball to him in the box, and his touch left him. But like the movement showed that he just wasn't with the sharpness. So in that respect, I'm going to give him time. Another thing is that when you play Lukaku up front, he's not a false 9. whereas Kai Havertz is, or if Pulisic is there, he'll play that role, which is why you're seeing these wing backs scoring so much, because these guys are pulling defenders out of position, allowing these wing backs to cut inside and go into those attacking spaces or being that last man and having opportunities. It's very difficult to pick up a player when a false nine role is played well. But with Lukaku, obviously, he's different to that. The man's an out and out number 9. He's a natural number 9. But I've got faith in that, because Pulisic, for example, he links up very well with strikers, regardless of whether he's in the false 9 position or he's playing out wide. He had a good relationship with Batshuayi, for goodness sake. He put him on a goal scoring streak, for goodness sake. If you could do that with Batshuayi, bruv, and you've got Big Belingoli next to you, what's going to happen, bro? It's just about having patience. You know what I'm saying?
No, fully. You know what? With Lukaku, it's just that at the moment it's a case of you just have to wait. Like there's a lot of Chelsea fans coming to conclusions, whether pro or against. Like some saying that he's gonna bang 35 goals this season. There's others going, no, he's a flop, sell him. Like look, he's just come back from injury. You have to wait. It's as simple as that. Like we can't just expect him to switch on tomorrow. That's just not how it works when he's not 100%. Even the last game he played, he wasn't meant to come on. Tuchel only done that because of Havertz's doubt and the fact he needed someone that was tall enough. That was his responsibility. He took it and he accepted that maybe, in hindsight, was that the right decision? Was that not? But going forward, next few games, he just needs minutes. He needs to get his sharpness back and then we can start analysing him properly. So, yeah, we'll wait and see.
The thing is, like, he's a big guy, like, in terms of build and size. So,
yeah,
he's going to pile weight on very quickly if he's not in full training, right? That's just how it is. Like, and we see that when he was at United, he was just looking ridiculously fat. Like, then he went for a footballer. He was. Let's be real with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then he went
yeah.
to Inter, like, and he looked sharp, man. He looked trim.
Conte's diet. Non-ketchup, non-mayonnaise.
Yeah, found the pizza, the ketchups, and all of that. And he did. He looked ridiculously trim. Since he's come back to you lot, when he played against us, I was like, "Rah, that is like the most like skinny I've seen
lean.
him."
Yeah,
lean. That's probably the right word. Yeah, like it's the most lean I've seen him. But when he came on the other day, I was like, "Wow, he's piled some pounds back on." And that's the thing; he'll always fluctuate in weight. Yeah, so he needs to really.
It's similar to Rooney, innit? It's a Rooney situation where if you give him a couple of weeks out, he's going to be a little out of shape.
And that's not because they're neglecting anything. It's just how they're.
It's just that's their DNA, bro. That's just how it works. Can I say another thing about Lukaku as well? Is that because obviously we've come on to his size and his strength. A lot of the time he's playing with his back to goal, and that's not his strengths. And speaking of the Arsenal game, why he was getting the opportunities and he was able to score goal, because he was being played forward. He was facing goal as well as doing the hold up play. Now we're seeing him do a lot of hold up and not enough trying to get in behind and actually trying to attack the goal. I think that's also an issue with it as well.
100%. He plays better when he's on the half turn.
That's it, exactly. When he can spin his defender,
biggest attribute, because his first touch has got a lot better than it used to be at Man U. Yeah, he's definitely improved as a footballer, but his passing is not great. Like, and he's one of these, like, he can hold it up and pop it off and then spin and run. Yeah, but if you want to get the best out of him, it's on the half turn, on the shoulder of the last man, half turn, and he's gone. Yeah, and you ain't catching him. And even if you do, he's so big, you ain't going to barge him off the ball.
Yeah.
Which is why he always ends up playing well in a two-man strike force, because if he's got someone next to him that helps attract that attention, it kind of gives him a bit more space. When he's on the pitch and he's the sole striker, he attracts the two centre-backs immediately. They're on him. Mm-hmm. It's like he can't get on that half turn. He has to have his back to goal, and boom, you've got the weakness. So,
do you think like the formation you play, like, because you could go with the 5, and just go 2 up front, 5-3-2,
which we've done before he got injured. We were trying that with him and Werner. And then they both got injured on the same night. So I don't know. Going forward, we'll see if Tuchel does try them both again. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think like Werner, although he ain't scoring many goals, I think they complement each other, because Werner will run around all night. Yeah, and he'll do all the donkey work. Yeah, and he's not a bad footballer. Yeah, he's not a prolific goal scorer in the Premier League anymore. No.
Yeah, you play Werner against the low block, you're not getting anything.
You ain't getting a thing from him.
Yeah, really, that's the
problem. Honestly, who I would like to see Pulisic given a go partnering him because of just how good he is in terms of
That's interesting.
enduring defenders.
Mm.
And Kai Havertz as well to continue, because I'm seeing other people are saying Kai's not doing enough, this, that, and the other. I'm seeing a difference when this guy's on the field. You see, when he came off against West Ham, yeah. No disrespect to Lukaku, because given the excuses we've just given for him, but there was a massive change in how we played.
Yeah.
So there's something that needs to be addressed there about Kai Havertz. Is he improving here? Because I'm seeing him getting a lot of like, oh, he's not good enough, he's not scoring enough goals. But are you watching him do his job? He's actually doing his job.
Mm. How many goals has he scored overall for you lot?
He hasn't really
Not
scored
many.
Yeah,
Not
but
many.
it's more. I know we keep finding ourselves saying, oh, Timo, he's not getting the goals, but he's getting the position, he's doing this, he's doing that. It's the same. It's the sort of the same with Kai, but I trust him more in front of goal than Timo. 100%. I trust him to convert an opportunity way more than him.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. I think Kai Havertz is another one. It's Bundesliga tax, isn't it? Like, you know, how many players have come from that league and had mad figures out there, but then come to the Premier League and literally they can't score a goal, you know? And it's funny. And that's because, like you just said, low blocks. There's loads of them in the Premier League. There's hardly any in the Bundesliga. They're all sat on the halfway line, all over the top. They're gone. Yeah, Kai Havertz is a quality footballer. Yeah, but it's mad because the amount of goals he was scoring in Germany, I didn't expect him to just totally dry up and not score any over here. Yeah, and maybe that's the system, the team, I don't know. But I feel like you need to play to his strengths as well, because that guy can play on the right, he can play up front as a false nine, yeah, and he can play as a second striker as well, can't he? So, you know, you need to maybe fit him in as well, like maybe even with Lukaku. Yeah, maybe put them two in. I don't know, because I feel like he's got the creativity on him as well. But it's a nice problem to have, though, isn't it? Like all these players we're reeling off, like, and we're sitting there bringing Eddie and Nketiah off.
Meanwhile,
that's what I was telling you this. I was like, your problems ain't our problems, bro. I'd love to have your problems.
you know, it's bad. Like I was watching the Arsenal game yesterday, and I saw Nketiah come on, and even I was like, "What's he doing?"
Wow.
I was. It's peak. I was telling my dad, I was like, yo, you know, the Arsenal fans are going to be peed off with this one. And Nketiah's coming on. They are not going to have this. And then when he missed that sitter, I was like, now you can see why.
Mate, he was desperate to get him on, because when Saka went down on the 35th minute, Eddie was warming up. I was like, well, no Pepe. Pepe just needs to go, man. He needs to leave. This guy, yeah, is just wasting his career sat on the bench. And like,
someone screenshotted his face. They put it on IG. When he brought Nketiah on, Pepe was like this.
No way.
They caught him. He was like this. I was like, rah! He looked like he was a knockout. I'll tell you, that changing room. You better not come pat him on the back, You're going to get an elbow to the face.
I don't get it, though. It's like he was our top goal contributor last season. He scored 10 league goals and he was sat on the bench for half of it. Yeah, he was bagging assists. Like, I think he had 16 goal contributions last season in the league. Yeah, and like that was the highest out of anyone. Like, it just makes no sense. Like, maybe there's something in his contract that says if he plays a certain amount of games, we have to pay another bonus to Lille or something. I don't know, but it just don't make any sense. He was desperate to bring Eddie on last night, and then he brings him on and plays him left wing. I couldn't believe it. Right, and mate, everyone was gassed. Yeah, like when I did my watch along, I always bring the team up on Arsenal Twitter and share the screen. So yesterday I started going through the comments because Xhaka made it straight back in. Yeah, here you go, you're straight back in. And and Aubameyang was dropped. All of the comments were going, oh, I'm happy with that team. That's our best 11. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm so glad Aubameyang's been dropped and this and that. And I was sitting there, I was thinking, these people don't learn, do they? They genuinely do not learn, right? We're going with Lacazette. Oh, but he's got good work rate. Whoopee. He should have. He's a fucking Premier League footballer. Yeah, he runs around a lot and gets stuck in. Well, that's his job. Yeah, then they're going on about Xhaka. Oh, he brings more balance to the team. Yeah. Did you see the fucking foul he did last night? I think it was Damari Gray or someone. I know it was Andros Townsend, maybe. He just chopped inside, and it was almost like he was glued to the floor, Xhaka, and he couldn't move. So he just rugby tackled him. And I'm like...
But Lee, what was I saying last week about Granit Xhaka? Guaranteed, nailed on yellow card with that, brother. Every time.
Yep.
He could have had a red. If he just took Andre Gomez out of the game, they wouldn't have scored their second goal and he would have got a red.
But he was already booked, so we couldn't make the challenge.
Yeah, that's why he sort of jumped out the way. But it was funny because both of them goals started with Nuno Tavares. And it was like, why did you come on for Tierney? That made no sense to me.
I didn't get that. Tierney was playing well.
Yeah, he set up the goal. He was defending well.
Yeah.
They didn't really get any joy out of him. Yeah, he brings that Tavares on. He throws the ball to Partey. Yeah, Partey heads it back. And then he heads it straight to them. They're now in on goal. And I'm like, what the flipping are you doing? And then the ball shanks the bar. And I'm like, why has Richarlison got a free header? And then I looked on the reverse angle and Tavares is just standing still, watching him head it in. I'm like, you're taking the piss. And then the second goal, he's got the ball on the left wing. He's cut inside over halfway inverted. He's got a simple square ball. Yeah, and he's got a simple forward ball. Nobody near either of them players. He belted it through the pair of them. Then Saka like gets muscled off the ball. Xhaka's like this on halfway. And then you're like, right, do not let Damari Gray come inside. Do not let him come inside. Do not let him come in. Oh, he's come inside. What a banger. And it's just like, come on, man. He threw that game, that kid. He threw that game. In fact, Arteta threw the game by bringing him on. But
Arteta threw the game with all three subs. You're bringing on Tavares, you're bringing on Nketiah, and you're bringing on Aubameyang. Especially those two.
That Aubameyang miss was shocking.
Both Nketiah's header and then the Aubameyang in the last minute
bro.
was outrageous. Yeah.
And it was the last kick of the game, innit?
Yeah, it was. It was literally like, he's been doing it all season, mate.
Aubameyang from 2 years ago would have buried that with ease.
Yep.
With ease.
100%. But I don't necessarily blame Aubameyang. Like, I like Aubameyang. I think he's a quality striker. You don't go from being a top striker to looking like you don't want to be there and missing sitter after sitter just overnight. You don't do that. This manager's killing him, man. Yeah, I'd imagine, right? Because I looked this up the other day. He played 11 times on left wing for Borussia Dortmund. 11. So why do we play him left wing every week? Like, that just makes no sense. He's doing more mileage up and down that left wing than he's probably ever done in his career. Yeah, because he's a box player. You get him in the box or you get him on the half spin. Yeah, get a ball over the top. Yeah, and he's gone. So we're going, right, fuck it. You can play left wing back today. Like, and he's been doing that. His average position is probably left wing back. It's mad. It's actually mad. And he's probably looking at the manager thinking, fuck you, man. Like, he's knackered. By the time he gets in the box, he's fucked. That's probably why he's missing him. It makes no sense. And then you've got Granit Xhaka just walked straight back into the team. Like, I don't get that. Where's Maitland-Niles? He was man of the match against Watford and he ain't been seen since. He weren't even in the squad. You know, you've got Nuno Tavares coming on for Tierney. Ridiculous. Eddie Nketiah coming on. Pepe sitting on the bench. Ridiculous. I just want him sacked, man. And it's getting boring saying it every week. But, like I was just on the show with Terry on Football Terrace. Big up to him. And there was people in the chat saying, oh, was this part of your game plan to be Arteta out? Was this your business model and all that? So shut up, mate. I can't back saying I don't believe in. Right? And I never believed in this manager. Why would I? Never managed a club before. Yeah, and it's like, then people were saying, yeah, but, you know, we're only 4 points off top 4. Yeah, but how many off top are we? This mentality drives me mad. Yeah,
every season.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, people will sit there and say we're only 4 points off top 4. Have they forgot that Man United and Tottenham are above us and they've got better managers? West Ham are above us and have a better manager. Have they forgotten? So we need all of them teams to slip up consistently, and we need to be consistently good to get in the top 4. What planet do these people live in, man? It makes no sense.
It's baffling. It's baffling. Looking from the outside in, I mean, I think Goonie would agree with this. Like, from last season, we've been enjoying this. Let's have it right, yeah. But deep down, all of us know, and all of us have been like, Arteta's got to go, man. And this is from last year. The fact he's been given this amount of time, I genuinely don't think he's getting sacked this season. I thought he would. Yeah, I thought, look, the time's going to come. This season, he will get sacked. Yeah, and in the back of my head, I'd like to think that's the case, but I actually think Arsenal are going to stick out with him and just see what happens, and that's concerning. If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be fuming. I'd be fuming. So it's clear on the pitch, if you guys had a proper manager, you'd be doing so much better with the team that you have. 100%.
Mate, if we had Conte as our manager, right, I'd imagine he'd go 5 at the back or 3 at the back, whatever you want to call it. He'd probably play Nuno Tavares, yeah, but or what he'd do, yeah, he'd maybe play him, but then put Tierney at centre back. But I doubt he'd do that because Tierney can actually fucking defend. But that is an option, and then you've got pace because that kid is quick, yeah, but he can't defend. That kid cannot defend that Tavares, and our fans have been gassing him, mate. Yeah, he is just an Olympic sprinter. He can't defend. Benfica fans were gassed when they sold him. Yeah, they were buzzing. They were sending tweets to me saying, "Yeah, he's shit, bro. Like, get rid. We wanted him gone. He can't defend." And now I see what they mean. Yeah, and it's like we could set a system up and a team and a style of play, right, with any manager in the league, and we'd be better. Real talk. That ain't even a joke. Right, we could go and get Graham Potter right now. Yeah, we'd play sick football. We'd be
facts.
And we'd be bagging goals, right? He's doing it with Danny Welbeck and Neil Maupay as strikers. Imagine what he'd do with Lacazette and Aubameyang.
Yeah.
And he'd probably bring Basuma with him.
Yeah, it'd probably been Ben White. They ain't even replaced him. They didn't replace him. That tells you all you need to know. They did not buy a replacement for Ben White. Yeah, that tells you all you need to know. And it's like, this club, like a lot of people started turning last night because online it was fashionable. Everyone was like, "Oh, I've had enough. Oh, I'm not trusting the process anymore." Until we go and slap Southampton on Saturday, and then they will be back trusting the process again. And this is the problem we have every single year. This circus, like this super chat. Big up to the boy who put the super chat in, man. Big up my guy. Yeah, this nails it. Last season it was no Europe means we'll get top 4. Yeah, this season, well, we were never going to compete. So why do people keep shifting the goalposts? Like, we were never going to compete. So why are you telling us all summer then no Europe means we're going to compete for top 4? But now it's, oh, well, we ain't got the team to do it. And this is the problem. It's constant goalposts moving every single week. And it is jarring, man. But I can only sit here and do what I'm doing and say what I'm saying and pull it out there. And people just need to wake up. Northside, man. What did you make of that shit show? You're not even surprised, are you? We're not surprised, man. We knew. I predicted a draw.
I'm drained. Like, I just feel drained. Like, it just pisses me off when I see Arsenal fans online now, all of a sudden jumping ship onto Arteta out now because it's okay to say it. Like, now you can say Arteta out and there's no consequence because everybody's on board now because we lost. Do you know what I mean? But when we win, it's, oh, Lee, you're in the mud. Oh, you're everybody that's Arteta, you're in the mud. You're in the mud. We saw this against Brentford. We saw this against Man City. We've been seeing this. We lost. I think we lost like our first 3 games. And then Arsenal fans moved the goalpost and said, no, the season starts now. Wait, the season, we already played 3 games. What do you mean? Do you know what I mean? So what? Are we going to deduct the points of the other teams ahead of us as well then? Is that how it works? We pick and choose how the flipping point system works? Like, it doesn't make no sense. Like, Arsenal fans don't understand, yeah? You have to be proactive in football now. You look at what was going on with Aston Villa, they cut it. They cut it before it was too late. Chelsea, it wasn't going good with Lampard. We are the only club where our manager spends money and there's no requirement. Lampard spent money, requirement, you didn't hit the requirement, out. Ole spent money, now there's a requirement, he wasn't in the top 4, out. Do you know what I mean? But Arteta, give him another 200 mil, give him more money, give him this, give him that. Arteta has the audacity after the match to come out and says, "Oh, I didn't want them to play like that." Really? You didn't? So have I not been watching Arsenal all week?
So on that basis, then they've down tools, which is why we sacked Unai Emery, right?
No, but how did we play against Norwich? How did we play against Burnley? How did we play against Man United? We've been playing like this all season up until this point. And he's got the audacity saying, "Oh, I wasn't telling." Either they're not listening to you, yeah, or this is how you want them to play. And it's probably why Pepe doesn't get a game, because he wants to drive forward and he wants to go forward. Yep. Do you know what I mean? And it's just pathetic. Like, honestly, yeah, like, Lee, bro, like, yesterday just pissed me off, bro. I didn't even want to do a video. I was so fuming, bro. Like, I'm tired of this, man. It's been since 2005, like, and people act shocked. What pisses me off is rival fans. You don't watch Arsenal week in, week out. We watch this every flipping week.
I know, to the point where we actually feel sorry for you. It's that level. Like,
yeah.
We feel bad. We actually feel bad.
And it's not fun. It's not fun. Trust me.
It's not fun anymore.
It's not fun anymore.
Yeah. It's like when it happens every week, it's like, oh, yeah, it's funny for a couple of years. Yeah, you're like, yeah, banter club.
That's why we
when it's
bantered
5,
United.
6 years, people are like, yo, I feel Everyone says that. I feel sorry for you. That's when you know it's peak for Arsenal.
This club was Ole in. Ole in. The whole Premier League saying Arteta in, you mugs. They're saying Arteta in. And when rivals are saying Arteta in, even Brighton fans and flipping all them man there, you know it's done. It is done. Your life is done. Listen, you might as well do rugby, do hockey, just go get another sport and think twice before you support a team. No, but it's true though, Goonie. Like, come on, man. Like, how bad is this being, bro? Like, real talk, yeah. Like, we can laugh. Lee, I know Lee laughs.
It's unacceptable.
Being fuming. Like, I'm sick of it, bro. Like, we don't even do the basic things right. We've got we could, instead of putting Xhaka and Partey in the midfield, we should have got the 2-pack holograms and just put 3 of them in the midfield. We've done the same thing, bro. The same thing. I was happy to see Abba dropped because that guy thinks, that he can just come in and he doesn't have to perform. I wasn't fooled by feeling, Lacazette, he's going to do something. But there has to be consequences for dropping stinkers. But why is there a consequence for Lacazette, for Aubameyang, and there's no consequence for Partey? Why is he starting? Why is Xhaka getting in the midfield? What does he bring? People said he's got a long pass. Did you see the long passes that flipping Lokonga was doing? And he's only just come. And he's a young kid. So I didn't see this match. What's going on? How are you taking Tierney? Tierney and Martinelli were the only 2 driving forward, going for it, and you take them off. Why? This is the second match. Our best players get taken off. Last match, it was Smith Rowe. He gets taken off. But Partey stays. The people dropping stinkers stay. Ben White, again, Lee, remember when I told you, bro, I hate inconsistent defenders, bro. Either you're going to commit or you're going to mark a man. But pick what you're going to do and do it with your chest. He doesn't mark a man and he doesn't close the guy down.
He got bullied by Richarlison, in stoppage time. The ball went right up in the air. It was like, have it, flew up in the air.
Yeah.
And he just brought it down, move out the way, bitch. Like one of them. It was just like...
And then I come into work, I got a Chelsea fan of a teammate.
I was going to say, did you see him when there was no one near him and in the second half and he tripped over, and fell into the fucking ad holdings? Did you see it? I was fucking crying. I was like, 50 million for that, 50 mil. We have been mugged. The only 50 mil we should have been giving Brighton is for Yves Bissouma, bruv. That's the only 50 we should have dropped them. And this is why I do get the but I don't get the when I watch the games. I just sit laughing. Like, and people say, "Oh, you're a fake fan." You're there. No, I'm not getting angry watching that shit anymore, mate. I'll get angry on fan cams and stuff like that. But watching the game, I actually want to watch the game. So I'll just sit laughing because I've accepted we're crap. I've accepted he's here all season. I'll keep saying get him out. I'll keep saying what I'm saying. But he ain't getting sacked. They will not sack him. If they sack him, they've all got to go because they've then admitted defeat. And they dressed it up as a 4-year project. Well, we're only 2 years into it. So all these wankers that are sitting there saying, "Oh yeah, but we need to get him out." Well, it took Klopp 4 years, mate. That's what you've been telling me for 2 years. So you got another 2 years of this. Back your manager.
Well, you remember when some of the fans are saying, "Oh, well, out of Ole, Lampard, and Arteta's still here." Arteta's still here because we got the lowest standards of all 3 clubs. That's why he's still here.
Arteta won that. Arteta won that, but Arsenal lost, basically.
Yeah, Arsenal lost, but Arteta won it.
You know what's mad? Especially after Arteta's comments yesterday, where he was like saying, I didn't expect them to play like that. That's not how I want them to play. I'm like, well, Arsenal now have a week to prepare for a game. Like, there's no European football. There's no anything else. They have all the time in the world. You guys are how like we were under Conte when we had no European football. It was lush. You play 1 game a week. You're training for the whole week. You have all the time to prepare for 1 game, day after day after day after day. And then 1 day before the game, you start thinking about your lineup. Arteta has all that time, and he still got schooled by Rafa yesterday with an Everton team that was struggling. Schooled. The moment Gomez came on, everything switched. Rafa knew exactly what he was doing. Arteta was looking into the stars. You have a week to prepare and you do that. So to complain that they're not doing what you want or they're not playing how you want, that's on you, mate. That's on you.
100%.
I respect him.
Mate, them players look at him and think pussy. That's exactly what they
probably do, yeah.
Mate, Aubameyang's looking at him thinking, who is this clown? Because honestly, I'm telling you now, Aubameyang's Arteta out. I'm convinced. I am convinced he's Arteta out. There's
Him and Pepe.
Yeah, Pepe probably wants to knife him, bruv. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Pepe's probably sitting there like, raw. Yeah, just go roadman and stick the hood up and that, innit? But like, honestly, there's players in that camp that are Arteta out. Yeah, and this is why he wanted to go down and the club wanted to go down a youth project, because the youth players will say, yes, sir, no, sir, 3 bags full, sir. Because they just want to play football. Yeah, and if they big up the manager and do what the manager says, they're playing every week. Aubameyang's going to go, I ain't fucking listening to you. Who are you? What have you ever won? Like, he's won nothing in his career apart from an FA Cup, has he? I think that's about it. Yeah, and he's won it for Arsenal as a manager.
Yeah, this is what our youth projects look like. Yeah, they bang, innit? They bang. Zero Premier League, zero Champions.
I'm glad you brought this up, yeah, because I see a great tweet somebody sent me, right, from Opta, right, and there it is, that one, right. This was on Saturday. For the 3rd time this season, Norwich have named 5 players aged 21 or younger in the Premier League starting 11, right? They are the first side to do so in 3+ different matches in a season in the competition since Arsenal in 08-09, who named 5 players under 21 or younger 14 times that season. So we've already done a youth project in 08-09 and it never worked, right? We've then had the British Corps, which never worked, and that was a youth project. Why does anyone think this is going to work now? Like, and not only that, they don't engage their brains, right? It's only Man United that have ever pulled it off. And that was 30 years ago. The class of 92. It was 30 years ago next month. Next month we're in 2022. So it's like, but not only that, let's say Saka or Smith Rowe or Martinelli or Odegaard, whoever it may be, come good. Right? Let's say they come good and they go on an 8-month run of form, a whole season, they get player of the season, Premier League player of the season. They're brilliant, but we win nothing. And then Chelsea come in and say, yep, you see him, we're having him, 75 mil. That's one project youth player gone. Then what? Yeah, then let's say next season it happens again, but we still haven't won anything. Then what? Then you're left with the ones that ain't.
Well, they might not even be good. Look at Jenkinson. Where's Jenkinson? He was part of this youth project. Where's he now? Carl Jenkinson, where's he now? You know what I mean? So I said this on somebody else's channel, Lee, yeah? I was like, we already got the blueprint here in the Premier League. Liverpool, they did it on the self-sustaining. They don't spend any money, but they got a world-class manager. So why don't we go get a world-class manager? We spend more money than them, and we can do exactly what Liverpool do. Why can't we?
Yeah,
what have they got that we can't do? We get the manager, whether it's Ten Hag or not, I don't know. I'm not a scout. That's not my job. I'm a plumber. So they can figure it out. Yeah, who's the next big manager? Get one, then get a proper scouting system. We already spend more than Liverpool. There you go. Copy Liverpool. There you go. So no more excuses.
This comment's class, right? Because I see this all the time in my chat. So you're telling me the owner don't have the power to sack Arteta? Of course he does. But guess what? The owner is one man. How many fans are there? Millions. Yeah, so maybe the fans need to grow a set and stick it on them. Yeah, because if the owner ain't going to sack him, then the fans need to raise their voices and raise their standards and stick it on them. So on Saturday, when everyone's taking their selfies, oh, I'm back at my second home and all that crap, yeah, why don't you stand there with big 50-foot banners and don't go in the ground? All stand outside chanting Cronky out for 90 minutes. Why don't you do that? Why don't they do that?
That's the problem, though, isn't it? Because it's been, let's say, it hasn't been tried and tested, but it's been kind of by a very small minority, because it's not everyone that's getting behind it, and they should, but they're not. It's like you're accepting it. Yeah. You know, there are a portion of fans that are actually, you know, seeing what's going on. They're trying to be vocal about it. And then you got what looks like the majority who are just winging it and going, yeah, you know what is what it is.
That's the curse of being a big club, is that like you have more opinions. Do you know what I mean? And with the numbers that you have, it's going to be nearly impossible to organize something like that, because all the people that are outside will be replaced easily inside.
Fact. And not only that, the majority of our fans live abroad. So the ones that live in the UK are the ones that can actually protest, because nobody's going to get on a plane from America, yeah, or Australia or Singapore to come and protest. Let's be real, that'd just be dumb. Like you're going to go and spend a fortune on that right on top of Christmas to go, no, that ain't happening. So you've got to hope that the ones that live in the UK are going to do this. And the majority of the ones that go to the games, just happy to be there.
That's the thing. And you know what the other issue is? When it goes on for so long, like it has done at Arsenal now, last time you won a league was 2003. It's come in 20 years, right? You start to get a new generation that are coming through. You're starting to get kids that were born at the last time that you actually won something, who are like 18 years old now, seeing Arsenal, and this is what they know. For them, this is normal. This like Arsenal being 7th or 8th. That's normal to them now, not like you. You saw Arsenal when they were winning every single week, lifting trophies, getting to Champions League final, all that sort of madness. They haven't seen that. For them, they got to actually go and look back in the history books to actually discover what Arsenal used to be. So now you're getting a generation that are accustomed to it. They're normalized to it. They're pretty much desensitized because they haven't seen anything else. For them, this is their norm. When you leave it for too long, you start to breed a generation like that. They accept it because that's what they know. So the standard of the club drops even further. Well, you end up like it's happened before. You see clubs like Nottingham Forest, you know, won the Champions League 2 times in a row consecutively. Yeah. Where are they now? You know, they're in the middle of the championship somewhere. They've been there for years. You know, over years, when you leave it too long, things can dip really fast. So Arsenal really need to get their act together before it gets too much.
I get that, bro. But at the same time, like I fully agree with everything you just said. But at the same time, they need to understand that fans like me, fans like Lee, we grew up seeing going to school. Our team was the ish. You know what I mean?
It was, yeah.
And even Mark Goldbridge, I saw Mark Goldbridge put it on, and I really related to what he said. He goes, I am a spoiled fan. I grew up supporting Man United in the Fergie era. We were winning all the time. And that is the Man United I hold. That's the standard I hold to this club. So, yeah, I might be spoiled, but that is what was sold to me. Do you know what I mean? That this club competes. Doesn't have the God-given right to win, but we compete. We are up there.
And that's
the same with me with Arsenal.
Yeah, it's not just about winning title. Yes, I want to win a title. It's about competing for the title because it's been 18 years, man. The only times we've done that is 2009 when Eduardo broke his leg. Yeah, and we probably would have won it that season if he had stayed fit. He was quality that season. And then 2013, 14, when Ramsey broke his leg. Like, when he was bagging goals for fun. By Christmas, I think he was on about 10 goals or something stupid. It was mad. And then the season Leicester won it. So in 18 years, we've competed 3 times. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. And that's all I want, compete. And they've decided to go down this youth project and this and that. And the reason they've done that is so they can't be held accountable. Yeah, we've got the youngest manager. We've got the youngest squad. We've got the youngest board. Yeah, we've got the youngest fucking owner probably, because I think it's his son that owns it, not his dad. Yeah, it's like everyone's my age. They're 39, 40, 41. Yeah, and that's the whole management structure at Arsenal. They're all my age. Yeah, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But if they're not doing their jobs properly, and then we're getting the youngest, it's like everything's young, and they're dressing it up like, look, we've ripped up the old format, and we're all going to go young. And we're going to hope that we grow together. Bollocks, it don't work. Yeah, well, how about let's go for winning? Because we could have got rid of Emery, gone and got a proper manager, given that manager 240 million over 2 seasons, and we'd be in a title race. We wouldn't be sitting here in 7th without any European competition. They're thinking, oh, well, so as it stands, we're getting Conference League next season. Like, come on, man.
And you don't want to play that. I'd rather, you'd rather not have anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Look at Spurs. Like, it's just, it's not nice to play. It's not nice.
I don't get these supporters. Like, I like to ask them, why did you betray Wenger then? Because you're happy with 8th, but you got rid of him for being 4th or being 5th and not competing for the league. So you betrayed a club legend. But now you've got all this vim and all this support for somebody that hasn't done anything, isn't even a club legend. So justify that in your head. Why didn't you stand up for Wenger then? So it's not good enough for Wenger to get 5th and 6th, but it's all right for Arteta to get 8th and 8th. Even if you look
but it's a process, it's a project, it takes time. It takes time. Well, how comes it ain't taken Tuchel time then? How comes it never takes Chelsea time?
Exactly.
Because it's about winning. It's not about
standards are high.
And you haven't got time to stand still in this game. Yeah, it's a results business. Yeah, and if you lot don't get results, yeah, I said this to you the other week. Tuchel will get sacked before Arteta. Yeah, and that's not saying that he's shit, because he ain't. He's fucking brilliant. But you have got more balls about you as a football club that if you have a little dip in form and you're outside of the top 4, say in March,
You're gone.
yeah, with 7 or 8 games to go and you're 6 points off a top 4, I think he'll probably give it another couple of games and then go bang, you're sacked. Yeah, because that's what you do.
I hope that's not the case, because right now Tuchel is like he's on track. He's on the same path Mourinho was going in. Like,
Absolutely,
we haven't felt about a manager like this since Jose, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But you're right, the standards are high, and the thing is that at Chelsea they understand that first and foremost, to even identify the manager that needs to come in, that's where it starts. Arteta was never the right man to come into this job. Let's have it right. Tuchel has been identified correctly by the club, and that's because it seems like now we have people at board level and at the top who, even in Roman's absence, know what they're doing.
Can make footballing decisions, exactly.
And especially now with Petr Cech in there, it brings a whole different element to it in terms of someone that's experienced on the player side of it, someone who was there winning stuff as a player, let alone, going elsewhere and doing whatever he done and then coming back as now you could say a board member, even though he's not. But it's nice to have a mind like that in and amongst the business minds. So you blend the two together and you have a great structure. At Arsenal, it's like every single person at that level just don't know what they're doing. It's insane.
Yeah, mate, it's fact. Yeah, we've got Edu. What do you do? What do you actually do?
He should be ashamed of himself, because when you look, like, no disrespect, but when you look at like the person who deals with our transfers, Marina Granovskaya, and you look at her background, and you look at Edu's background, who should be doing their job better?
Exactly. She came from, what was it? She done dance at one point. She had some sort of other sort of career, and then she ended up becoming Roman's right-hand woman in terms of oil and businesses and not football. And he kind of brought her into Chelsea after he had acquired the club. Edu is an ex-pro footballer. Man.
Exactly.
He was there.
And it's invincible.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's mad. It is. It's mad. It's actually mad. You've got Edu that does nothing. All he does is activate release clauses and bring back players that have been on loan the season before. That's it. That's all he's done. Like then you've got Vinay, who does deals with fraudulent people pretending to be working for a company. You get promoted off of the back of that. Well done. It's just it's embarrassing, mate. It really is. It really, really is embarrassing. This club is a shambles. It really is. And the only way to raise the standards is for the fans to revolt, or the players to just completely down tools. Yeah, just completely down tools and say bollocks. Yeah, we're giving up. Yeah, we're giving up. We want him out.
You know what's funny? Yesterday, the Everton-Arsenal game, I don't know if you guys noticed, but at the 27th minute, there was a portion of Everton fans that left.
Yeah.
And they've done that because it's been 27 years since they've won something. And that was their own little thing. When was the last time we saw something like that with Arsenal?
Don't happen, mate. They're all too busy taking selfies saying they're back at their second home. Unless they work at the Emirates, it ain't their second home, is it? Because their workplace is their second home. Like, our fans are the worst, man. I swear. Only Arsenal fans are like this. Yeah, Man United have started to grow a set recently. Yeah, but Arsenal are the worst fans on the planet. Yeah, easily. Because they're so easily pleased.
The most reactionary, I'd say. Definitely
the most reactionary. Like, we have a couple of wins, and all of a sudden, these players are the best in the league. Every position, we've got the best player. Like, that's how they roll. Like, everyone gassing up Tomiyasu as the best right back. Fuck off, mate. He's just better than Bellerin. I'm better than Bellerin. Like, come on. We're all better than Bellerin. He's crap. Yeah, he's had 3 good games at the start of the season. He's been average since. Yeah, bang average. And it's like you could go through every single player. The only one of them new signings that's been superb is the goalkeeper. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the rest of them have been average. Yeah. They have. They've had some good games. They've had some bad games, but on the whole, they've been average. Yeah. The only 3 players that I really, really, really like as my favourite 3 players are Tierney, Martinelli, and Pepe. Yeah, them 3. I like Smith Rowe as well, actually. But yeah, them 4. Saka's mad overrated. Don't do enough in games. He don't score any goals. Why does everyone rate him so highly? Well, because he runs around in circles and he looks good.
Running to the ground. He almost got injured yesterday as well. It looked like he almost went down injured as well.
Bro, I don't get why we're still playing. It's actually mad. Like, he has played 84 games for Arteta in less than 2 years. That's more
He
than
didn't have a
anyone.
game off, did he?
Wow.
When he got injured, he hasn't had a game off. He played against United.
Yeah, he came on in the
Yeah, he
second
did, yeah.
half.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
So he got injured, done a groin, which was then told to the world by our manager that he needs to be comfortable playing with an injury.
Yeah.
That's what the manager said in his press conference.
He said that.
I
Yeah,
swear
he said that,
it,
yeah.
mate. Yeah, he said it. He said Saka needs to be comfortable
you just
playing with an
laughing.
injury.
Mate.
I swear he said it. Mate, word for word, that's what he said.
Saka will be done by the time he's 25 because of injury.
100%.
Exactly. This is what I said the other
100%.
day,
That's
bro,
a
on the show.
disgraceful thing. I'm not even
Wilshire's
laughing because it's a
situation, bro.
disgraceful thing to say because you're putting the young man's career at risk. You're cutting it short.
You see how Walcott was overdone?
Yep.
Yeah, same
Wilshere,
blueprint.
remember Wilshere?
Yep.
Wilshere and he had so much potential. At least with Wilshere, I'd like, yeah, he had potential. He should have gone a lot further than he did. But yeah, Saka. Now you know what with Saka, I honestly think since the Euros and that miss, there's been a massive sympathy thing on Saka, and he's young. All right, give him the minutes. He'll grow into this mad footballer. We do this all the time in England, and Arsenal now more than others, where they just obliterate a young lad thinking he's going to turn into a star, and then they destroy him.
Mate, we see this with Michael Owen back in the day. Burst on
Owen
the
was
scene,
that, yeah.
absolutely slapped it, man. And he was
Yep.
finished by mid-20s. Yeah, completely finished. We've seen it with loads of players over the years. Saka will be done by 24, 25. I actually said that the other day on a show. I said he'll be finished by 24 years old. Yeah, because this manager, for some reason, he's his go-to guy every week. This comment here, if Martinelli or Pepe had played the same amount of games as Saka, they'd have way more numbers. Pepe played half the minutes of Saka last season.
100%.
Yeah, Pepe played half the minutes, pretty much right down the middle half, yeah, than Saka, and he had double the goals. But then all you get is, oh, well, Saka's 5 years younger. And fucking what? And what? Like, you're in the team. So if you're in the team and you're playing in the same position, how comes this guy's getting double the goals on half the minutes than you then? Then it's, oh, but he was stat padding at the end of the season when there was nothing riding on it. Oh, really? Because with 4 games to go, you lot were still harping on about Champions League football. Do you know what I mean? It just makes no sense, mate. Yeah, our fans love to move the goalposts on everything, literally. Like you can't say anything against Saka, otherwise you're picking on a 20-year-old. It's like, mate, you got number 7 on your back, you don't score any goals. Like, turn it in. Like, seriously, put Pepe in the team. And the thing is, Pepe's going to the AFCON. The Saka's going to continue playing. Martinelli got injured last night. Hopefully he's going to be all right. But if he's out for another 2-3 months or something, it's literally just going to be Saka and Smith Rowe. Like, playing them wide positions and Aubameyang. And it's like, because Pepe won't be there through January.
And sometimes it feels like if them two don't perform, nobody else does. Either Saka or Smith Rowe. No one else performs. So it feels like if the young guns don't perform, everyone else downs tools.
But that's because the way he sets up a team is dog shit, man. I looked at that midfield last night and I was like, Partey's been crap. Why is he still there? Right? Take him out, put Lokonga or Maitland-Niles in there. Right? High energy, physical. Maitland-Niles would have been the one for me because he'll get stuck in, yeah? Right? And he is a big lad. He's 6'1", he's big physical lad, and he can play ball.
He's a good player.
He is a good player. I like him, man. And I'm like, but then you put Xhaka next to Partey, and Xhaka's been out for months. Yeah, since we played Tottenham. He got injured in that game. He hasn't done all he's done is a couple of training sessions. And now he's in the team. And then you've put Odegaard in front of that. I know he scored. Well done. You actually got into the box for a change. You've done it 2 games in a row. Yeah, but that is a weak midfield. And then I looked at Decore and Allen, and I just thought, game over, mate. Game over. Yeah, they will get something out of this game. And then the first 20 minutes was a snooze fest. I was just like, in fact, the first 47 minutes until we scored, and I was like, the jammy bastards, they fucking scored on half time. Yeah, because I was like, go on, I was rooting for Everton, mate. I just want him sacked. Yeah, I don't care if people think that's toxic or negative or not a proper fan. He needs to lose loads of football matches to get sacked. So we root for the other team on this channel.
It's definitely the tactics. It's definitely the tactics because no matter what midfield we put, they pass sideways, backways. Tierney's the only fullback that passes his winger. Pardon?
That's what I wanted to ask these guys, yeah? Why do you think that is? Like different sets of players, different management setups, and we still get the same results every year. How is that even possible?
It's with Arsenal, it's a tough one, man, because it goes so back. Like, I honestly don't know. Sometimes I wonder, like, if you had just never left Highbury, maybe none of this would be happening. It's weird, but it's crazy with loads of different managers, loads of different players. I mean, since you've had Fabregas in your team, he left. You've had Van Persie in your team, he left. Gael Clichy, and he left. And it's just like all these players that come and go, these captains that come and go, these leaderships that come and go, and it's just the same thing over and over again. I honestly, at this point, can't even explain it.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Nuts. It's nuts.
I mean, do you when you sack managers, do you get rid of the whole backroom staff, or are there still some staff from like the Wenger era that are still there, or
literally no one?
I don't even know. I don't know how this.
The only ones that are there, like in terms of like coaches and stuff like that, are Mertesacker. Yeah, but he's doing the academy.
Who have you got in your coaching staff that's got like a World Cup or a Prem or something like that?
No one.
Oh, none.
Who have you got?
We've got that fucking AirPod Albert. Yeah, like fucking sits there with his AirPods in, and his name's Albert, I think. Yeah, AirPod, his name is Albert. AirPod Albert. Yeah, I swear he just sits there. He's got an iPad in front of him, and he's got his AirPods in. I swear he watches my watch-alongs. I swear that always listening to Spotify or something, because he ain't doing nothing on the bench. Right? Then they've got. It was the lad. He was at Everton. He was the assistant at Everton for someone. Can't even remember his name. He's our number 2. I don't even know his name, mate. It's just fucking. I can't remember. He worked with England for a little bit as well.
Because
I can't remember his name.
To me, it smells like the board hire people that are not willing to challenge them. And
well, exactly. Just a bunch of yes men.
Because if you ain't got winners, because to a degree, the winners that have won the most ain't afraid to speak. Because they've won it all, they can talk about it. They've got the right to speak about it. But it feels like they don't want to be challenged like that, because you've had, look, I don't know whether this is the right way to go. You've had your own legends at the club, for example. I know you haven't hired them, and to some people, they might not want legends tied to the club, but there's still other players out there. Arsenal is a big club, for example. I mean, I'm sure some of you wouldn't mind ex-players who've proven themselves elsewhere, like Mark Overmars or someone like that, or Dennis Bergkamp.
I'll take Overmars in a heartbeat, mate.
See what I'm saying? So why don't they start there?
Go and get him. Go and get Ten Hag. Yeah, make David O'Leary the chairman of the fucking club, or the CEO of the club, or whatever. Yeah, because then you've got Arsenal legend David O'Leary, right? Yep. You've then got Mark Overmars, cult hero. Yeah, some would say legend, I'd say cult hero. You've then got him, O'Leary, and then Ten Hag. Well, instantly we're fucking miles better. Yeah,
it's true.
A guy put a comment in a minute ago and said, let me find it quickly. That was the guy, that's our number 2, Steve Round. Yeah, he was at Everton.
Because what's this, Lee? Imagine now, you're one of these young players, you're a Martinelli or a Saka or someone, but you're at Chelsea now. And you have to have a meeting with the director of football over something. Sitting right across you is Peter Cech. There's nothing that you can tell this man about football. What are you going to tell me about Prem? What are you going to tell me about Champions League? What are you going to tell me about the FA Cup? What are you going to tell me about any of these things? Have you seen my defensive record, fam? Who are you talking to? Yeah, so when I tell you something,
and if you come, we give you a complimentary helmet.
Big man thing. Big bad thing. So when Lokonga and them man are sitting across Edu, and they're like, "But what are you like?"
Well, to be fair, Edu went invincible, but he was a bench player in that.
But that's what I'm saying. It's an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer situation where the man never played 90 minutes. He's an expert off the bench, blood. It's a different situation, but
that's like saying Ryan Bertrand's going to demand respect because he won the Champions League.
Yeah, exactly.
No, like, all due respect, he played great that final, but that was like it, So,
mate, in 20 years' time, you lot are not going to be giving Kai Havertz the fucking manager's job. Let's be real here.
No.
But he done exactly what Ollie did, so have the job, mate. Like, it's these football clubs, man. They're massive, massive businesses, and I get it, right? And I know, this is why I get the ump with fans, because these people, you said it the other day, Northside, these people are just a collection of 5, 6, 7 people that are making the decisions at the club. There's millions of us. We're the voice. We're the fans. Without us, they ain't got a football club. So we need to raise our standards. Guy keeps putting these comments here. I can't find it, but he said about the owner this and the owner that. Mate, two people in football can change the way of your football club: the owner and the fans. So if the owner ain't doing it, the fans ain't doing it. That's Arsenal. Yeah. So the fans, something needs to snap here. Yeah, and it ain't going to be the owner. So it needs to be the fans. And the only way to get a rise out of this football club and the owner to do what he should be doing is boycott everything. Boycott
That's
everything.
the only way. When if he's unwilling to sell, which it seems like he's very unwilling to sell, especially with the whole Daniel Ek thing.
He's not going to budge.
It doesn't seem like he's budging, no. So in that case, you've got to stop putting money in his pockets. You got to make sure that all of a sudden he's feeling a hit. He's going, okay, bloody hell, okay. Now I'm beginning to just lose here. I might have to sell. That's how you force a hand. If you don't do that, of course he's going to sit back and just go, I love this. Yeah, I'm not selling. Great. I've got money coming in. I don't care about the result. I'm getting loaded from this and they're doing great for my portfolio. So I am going to keep hold of Arsenal Football Club. It's the fans playing into the hands.
Absolutely. Mate, Jez went to a home game the other day and I said to him, how much is a pint in the stadium now? He said £7. Yeah, £7. When I last went, and that was before lockdown, it was £5.50. So they've put the pints up £1. Right? A 250ml red wine is £11. 11 quid. 250ml is £11. Yeah, that used to be about £9.50 maybe. So they've put that up. But this is where they're making their money. Yeah, by people going in there and getting on the beer, getting on the food. I think he said the chicken burger and chips. I might be wrong. I'm sure it was chicken burger and chips, £15.
Where's this? At the Emirates?
Yeah, the Emirates. I'm sure it was a chicken burger and chips, and he said it was £15. And that's just on the concourse, and it comes out as some dry...
Have you got Michelin star chefs that's just prepping up these burgers or something? Gordon Ramsay in there cussing up the
Bro, you
people
get
and
better
making
down
sure.
at Dixie Chicken, trust me.
It's not better. Oh wow!
You go to Morley's or something and get it for like £2.50 without, with a drink.
Yeah.
I'd be smuggling food in there.
If you see the food that they serve up on that concourse, mate, oh dear.
I know, mate, ours is terrible as well. Yeah, it's a joke. All football food.
There you go. Look, £3.50 for a bottle of water.
That's outrageous.
That's what they're doing, man. It's a piss take.
But people pay, don't they?
Chips, £13. Look, and it's all stale. But now you want a beer with that. Now you want a beer with that. That's now £20.
But this is the problem. People buy it, don't they? They go to a game and they buy it.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a business and you're running that sort of quality and you're charging that much and people are coming and they're buying, are you dropping your prices?
No. Why would they change anything?
Why would they?
Why the fans need to raise it, because all they're doing is playing up to their customer.
That is it.
The customer wants it, we'll keep giving it you, mate. Yeah, and it don't matter because we'll put the price up again next year and you'll still pay it.
And it's not even good. At least if it was a Michelin star sort of thing going on, all right, fair enough.
I mean, the food in club level and like executive box level, yeah, is quality. Like it's decent food, yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, the executive box sushi platter.
That's because they eat there. That's because his man. They have done. So,
I swear down, I love sushi, yeah, but the sushi platter in that executive box that I went, yeah, oh my days, bro. It was like there must have been about 150 pieces of sushi on this thing. Yeah, and I was just like, no, that's mine, bro. Like, that sushi was banging. I can't lie. And I eat a lot of it. Yeah, that was banging. But yeah, man, the food on the right at the bottom level, it's a disgrace. But people pay it. People are paying it, mate. I say to people like mates of mine that still go, I'm like, just smuggle your own drinking. Like, just take a little hip flask. Yeah, just shove it down your pants or something. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, because they don't search you. Like they'll have a look in your bag and then they just a quick pat down. Oh, when you go, yeah, so don't search. Just take your own fucking drink, man. Yeah, just take a load of rum or rum and just go and buy a Coke or something, can it? Just do that. That's what they should do, or just don't pay anything. Like I do get it because a lot of people it's their first time ever at the ground, so they're going to want to go and spend money. They're going to go in the club shop. They're going to do that. I get it, right? But this is where, right, the hardcore that have been going home and away, yeah, now need to say fuck off. Yeah, that go every week, that have their season tickets. I've always called people out and said, like, if you're cronky out, why are you renewing your season ticket? Oh yeah, but somebody else will have it. Somebody else will have it. Yeah, but it don't matter because you've done your bit. So you've done your bit. You ain't giving him £1,000 again next season. Yeah, I don't like you. Conky out, conky out. Oh, here's another £1,000, mate. Yeah, can I renew my ticket, please? It just makes no sense.
Makes no sense, man.
But Cronky out is fashionable to say online, which is why they will do it. Yeah, half of them don't give a shit whether he's the owner or not. Yeah, but it gets some traction on the internet, mate. And that's all it's about for these people. Cronky out is just basically a hashtag on Twitter. That's it.
That's it.
Because when it actually comes to it, nobody follows it up. It's mad.
No,
It's actually mad.
It's like that protest at the Emirates where like 10 people showed up.
Yeah. Mate, this is how...
Yeah, I was one of the 10.
Yeah, you was.
Big up to you, big up.
This is how clapped this football club is, yeah? Right? When we played Villarreal and we got knocked out by our former manager on our own ground, right? The manager, there was supposed to be a protest that night. And the manager in his press conference, this is how he manipulates people, right? Said, this is our biggest game of the season. Can you, if you want to do that, that's entirely up to you to do the protest. It's up to you. Fans can do what they want. But can you please clap the team bus as it comes in? So that protest went from being a protest to let's clap the team bus. Yeah, and that's all they did.
Did they actually do it?
Yeah, they did it.
That is mental.
Yeah, they did it. And then guess what? He was like, we need you. This is our biggest game. Please clap the team bus. They clapped the team bus and then we got knocked out anyway. So Villarreal with our ex-manager. Bro, it's funny, man.
Even at the protest, when you go to the protest, I tried to live stream the actual protest. Well, they've done something to the internet, so you get no internet. You literally have to go down the road, and then all of a sudden you get full bar internet. What's going on there? I'm telling you, they don't want us to start a revolution or to kick up a fuss. They don't want it. They don't want the bad press.
North Korea down at the Emirates, mate.
Yeah.
Really
That was
is,
literally
mate.
just outside the armory. And they were like, no. There's no signal. I asked the policeman, I said, why can't I live stream it? I said, I got unlimited on my phone. I was like, what's the problem? I had full bars walking down. They're like, oh no, we don't know. But he gave me a little look like, I was like, nah, there's something up there.
It's mad.
That's
it's funny
crazy.
because when I do fan cams with Kenny outside the ground, even if there's no one there and they've all gone and it's an hour after the game, he still can't get a proper signal. Yeah, I can hear him every now and again, but then it's and he's all over.
Yeah, he goes mental.
And then he'll walk away from the stadium, he'll cross the road, yeah, and it's fine. It's actually mad. But listen, people, we are going to wrap this up in a second. Make sure you follow all of the guys' channels. Eunice, his channel is in the title. So is Gooni's channel, Man Knows Football. That's in the title. Northside, we need to get you to 1,000 subs. Now I can put yours in the title, but your link is in the description. So make sure you go and follow all three of these guys, man. Eunice, what you got coming up show-wise?
So later on, it's the Zenit versus Chelsea preview for tomorrow. And then the watch-alongs are back, seeing as I'm back at home now. So tomorrow, watch-along for the game and then the match review. And after that, it's just seeing what's popping, any generic football content to talk about. If not, it's just a case of looking forward to the next Chelsea games and any other big games that are popping. So, yeah, that's it.
Happy days, man. Goonie, yourself?
I'm going to try and do a preview for the Champions League game tomorrow. I might be a bit slow in terms of recording this week because of obviously the move that we got to make. So I'll have to see with how that goes.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough, man. And Northsides, what you got coming up, bro?
A match preview on my channel for our match coming up on Saturday for Southampton. So yeah, that's going to be depressing. So yeah, tune in. Come laugh at my tears. When I do videos alone, I get so depressed, bro. I get so angry, like, and I'm actually all right. Like when we don't speak football, I'm quite cheerful. You know what I mean?
Mate, I'm cheerful until we speak Arsenal, and I'll just get angry. That's any other team, I'm sweet. Yeah, but Arsenal, it's just like somebody flips a switch and I go mad. Yeah, I just can't.
Yeah, you were fine when we were talking Chelsea. You were fine, and so was I. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Proper football club, man. That's why. But listen, big up to everyone who's watched, man. Everyone watching on playback, smack the likes up. Don't forget, follow all of the guys. Goonie and Eunice's links are in the title. Northsides is in the description of the video. We're out of here, people. I'll tether out.